the first episode of the new podcast I came up with called JDUB and Friends. My first guest today is going to be Napem.
Was good.
Um, Napem is a Knicks fan, so he's kind of
I
upset. We're actually recording this the day after Game 6. The
had time
Heat.
to cool off, so I thought it was
Yeah.
good.
So I have a few questions actually for you for people to actually get to know you a little bit better. Um,
All right.
they're kind of just generic, kind of like throw at you kind of questions. So the first question is, since you are a Knicks fan, what is your Mount Rushmore of Knicks players?
Oh, okay. Melo's up there.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, you might just be 4 Carmelos. No disrespect. I'm just kidding. No. Pat Ewing, obviously.
Hmm.
Uh, I'd probably say Sprewell,
Okay.
Latrell Sprewell, but that's disrespectful to somebody. Bernard King is 3. Fucking Nate Robinson. Fuck it, throw him up there.
5
Slam
foot
dunk
nothing.
champion,
Yeah.
huh?
So like 5 foot nothing.
5 foot nothing, known for getting beat up by one of the Logan Paul brothers.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, why not throw him on there?
All right. So out of whatever, could be NBA, could be football, could be whatever you want it to be. Who's your favorite player of all time?
Favorite player of all time?
Mm.
Shit, man. Oh, that's tough. You know what? It may be Baron Davis. I'd say Baron Davis.
Oh
Baron
wow.
Davis because in NBA Live '05, he was like one of the most broken characters in that game, and that was when I first got into like basketball, basically playing
Okay.
that game. Yeah, and super fun to play with. I'll tell you that much. I always built franchises around him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is, since I know you are a Giants fan, and we have that
Oh
against each
God.
other again, Eagles and Giants. Uh, who are you more of basketball fan or a football fan?
Uh, I think I'm even, man. I'm really am like right now. I'd say more of a. Yeah, I said I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty even.
Okay.
Over the years, I've been more of a football fan. I want to say, but as of lately, I don't know. The Giants have been falling off lately for me. So
Yeah, they've had a few years after Eli left that's not been a
yeah,
great.
no Eli dog. It's not the same.
Nope. Even before Eli, I mean, it wasn't the same, but
Yeah, exactly.
all right. So I know that you do stream on Twitch. If y'all
Mm-hmm.
want to follow me, he's Napalm on Twitch, .tv.
Let's get.
So since you are a Twitch streamer, what is your favorite video game of all time?
Oh. Oof. Uh, favorite video game of all time. You're gonna hate me for this. Actually, no, you're not. You know what's crazy? I don't think I have a favorite video game.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not
Uh,
gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. I can't define it just one game.
Hmm.
All right, that's probably what the problem is.
All right. What's a game that means a lot to you then?
Yeah. Sonic Riders. Let's go with that. Why not?
Okay.
A
I mean,
classic racing game.
at
Different,
least
completely different from everything else.
right. At least it's not Sonic 06 or
Oh
something like
no,
that.
no, no, dear Lord.
All right. And the last question.
All right.
This is just kind of random, but I'm thought, you know what? I've figured out a lot of things kind of about you over the years, watching you stream, talking on your Discord, everything like that.
Yep.
So the most random question in the world: Chinese food or Mexican food?
Okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay. See, the thing about this question is, it depends on what we talking about. We talking about like restaurant Chinese food slash Mexican food, or we talking about like takeout Chinese food slash Mexican food.
We'll
You know
say
what I mean?
restaurant style.
Restaurant style, okay, Mexican food.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Tacos.
Oh yeah. Tacos are always good.
All
Well,
day.
yeah, I don't blame you on that one. Tacos are always good, except for my I don't really like Taco Bell as much. I mean, it's all right, but
Yeah,
some
exactly. That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. That's really what it is. It can't be quick tacos.
Yeah. All right.
Done well, absolutely.
So we are going to talk about the playoffs, obviously, because they just got finished. Now, the first little bit I want to talk to you about will be before we actually get to the Heat and the Knicks, which will be a lot, a lot fun, yelling, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But right now, what are your playoff surprises this year?
Like all year?
Yep, like the NBA playoff surprises for like this year.
Okay. I didn't think that Coach Bud was going to get fired,
Yeah.
to be honest. Even though I honestly thought that he never deserved the job in the first place.
Hmm.
Uh, no disrespect to him. Honestly, he's a great coach. He just didn't fit well with what the Bucks were trying to do.
Hmm.
He's a more of a defensive minded coach, and when it comes to offense, I think he's and adjustments and stuff like that, he's a little lackluster. But I want to say them losing in five, of course, also that came out of nowhere.
Hmm. Yeah, I was surprised. I'm surprised that the Kings made the playoffs this year. I didn't think they were going to be as good as they were this year.
Because last year, after as soon as they traded for Sabonis,
Hmm.
uh, they went on a little winning streak, and I honestly I thought after that I was like, okay, they're a playoff team. They're going to be in the playoffs next year. I did not expect them, like I said, to be like as good as they were though. But I mean, I
Hmm.
knew they would be a playoff team. Yeah,
Yeah, I, let's see, right now, the Heat and the Knicks are done with their series. The Heat won 4-2, and the Lakers just beat the Warriors. Which of those were you kind of more surprised about? The Lakers beating the Warriors or the Heat beating the Knicks?
more surprised as in like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Definitely surprised that the Heat beat the Knicks in like six. I thought the game was going to seven. Honestly, I expected the Lakers to beat the Warriors, so that
Mhm.
wasn't really surprising me.
Yeah, I didn't know if, I mean, the Lakers kind of turned their season around after a while. They were
Completely,
doing
completely.
well.
After the acquisitions they made at free agency, I was like, okay, this team has a chance to at least contend for the Western Conference Finals.
Mm.
Now, on the path they went on, I thought they would have to see, I don't know, a healthy Kawhi or something. You know, the Kings I thought were going to give them a run for their money, but instead they saw Memphis, who was
Hmm.
struggling already, and then they saw the Warriors. They were going to beat the Warriors. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that I think that team's about to be imploded, the Warriors. I think they'll
I mean, I don't know what they're about to do, but
n-
I mean, most likely Jordan Poole's getting traded.
yep. Yeah, I don't see him playing there next year. I don't see Draymond there next year, so that's gonna look like a totally different Warriors team.
Yeah, facts.
Because I mean,
I mean,
they can't pay him.
if I'm them, I'm keeping Draymond, but
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, he's going to be too expensive.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, because I mean, right now you still, I mean, if you're the Warriors, you gotta keep Steph. I mean,
You gotta keep Steph. You gotta keep Wiggins.
mhm.
Uh, you probably give Clay some type of uh franchise friendly deal as compared to giving the supermax
Yep.
because he's gonna probably retire soon anyway. And then you give Draymond maybe like I'm guessing like maybe like 2 more years maybe like because the what I expect is what's gonna actually happen is he's gonna ask for a huge contract. They're
Hmm.
not gonna get it to him. He's gonna go to the Lakers.
Yep.
That's my
I
that's my
mean,
guess right now.
everybody wants to play with LeBron now because he's actually gonna build super teams around himself.
But I don't know. Not
But
everyone can.
yeah. So we're gonna get to the big meat and potatoes of the episode and talk about the Heat Knicks series. Now I know you have a lot to say about Thibodeau. I know
I don't even have
not.
a lot to say anymore. I just fire him at this point. But continue.
So, do you feel like it was mostly his fault, or do you think it was the roster not um, playing up to their potential like they had been the rest of the season?
It was everything. I'm not gonna lie to you. They were just the Heat are more defense. Like the Knicks are a gritty team anyway,
Hmm.
and the Heat can be a more gritty team than the Knicks. They just beat them in their own game. It felt like a lot of these games. So I wasn't really surprised by that. Coaching was the biggest problem. I say also maybe, but because I just don't understand why we didn't get Fournier in one of these games. Like we were struggling from the field the
Yep.
whole series. I feel like I just wanted to see someone else shoot the ball. I don't know, but no,
Right.
couldn't get him in there. Veteran play would have been nice to see, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Last night, let me double check the stats real quick. Sorry, usually do this, beforehand,
Yep.
but I didn't. First time, and I'm gonna learn everything as I go. But I
There you go.
believe that Brunson had a couple of good games. Yeah, last night actually 41
No, he's
points.
been, I want to
Four.
say, the best acquisition the team has ever has added. Not ever, I shouldn't say that's wild. Added last year in the free agency.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was really good for us.
Yeah, about to say shot four had 41 points, 14 of 22 from the field, 8 from 9 from the free throw line, which I mean is not bad at all. Other than that, though, I mean the Knicks didn't really have anybody else step up, and the only other
I'm not
per
surprised by any of that though.
yeah,
To be honest with you, I'm not. I don't know. I've been saying the same things about all these guys says for like 3 years now.
I mean let's see, then they just paid Randall a lot of money, right?
Yeah, they gave
That's
Randall a huge contract after he had a, I think it was 2 years ago,
mhm.
he had an All Star year. He had All Star year this year also, but imploded in the playoffs again. So
Yeah, but
he
he
just
only
shoots like very like weird shots. Like he shoots this super contested uh shots that you don't expect to go in. So that's his whole game. And when it's not going in, nothing's going in.
right. Yeah, he only
Yeah.
shot 3 of 14 last night for 15 points.
3 or 14, that's what it was?
Yep. 3 of
Damn,
14.
that was like 3 or 12.
Yep.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, for paying him the amount of money that they paid him, I mean, you got to be, making a little bit more giving Brunson, a secondary. Because, I mean, other than him, you had RJ Barrett score 11 points, 1 of 10 shooting.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about Barrett anymore. I mean, he's young, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But
Yep. And
not
then,
coming along the way I thought that he would, because I mean, like, you gotta remember also he was drafted like right after Ja and Zion, and it's
mhm,
hard to compare because we always knew that those two were going to be superstars and everyone else was like not going to be. But
yeah.
man, it just sucks. It just
Yeah.
sucks to think about.
Zion, I think, is going to be the weakest of the three right now because of injuries, and he just doesn't
Really,
look
of the
like
three,
himself. Yeah, I think he just doesn't look like himself right now. I mean, he's been having issues staying
like with
healthy.
RJ Barrett in there also.
Yeah, I would put RJ above
Nah.
Zion. That's gonna be a
I
hot
think he would have
take.
a better career than him. I mean, who
Yeah.
knows?
I mean, right now, comparing Zion to Greg Oden, which is gonna be crazy, but they've only played 3 more games for Zion than Oden played for his career.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
it's like,
that's that's very true. But I don't know, because Joel Embiid was kind of on the same track, it felt like also, and then
mhm.
unless you know he's an MVP.
Sure. Now, do you think they should have played Derrick Rose a little bit last night? Do you think that veteran
Um,
would have helped
I
out?
want to see veterans out there, but uh, I don't know if Derrick Rose would have the legs to play. At the same time, I don't even know because I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him play in like before the playoffs. So
Hmm. Yeah, because I mean
I just wanted to
he.
at least see Fournier because we were struggling from the 3 point line like the whole
Yep.
series, and I wanted to see a sharpshooter basically shoot for us, but that would
Hmm.
be nice.
Yeah, I was surprised that he didn't get in there last night. I'm like, really? Like, I mean, I guess Tom
Dog,
had
he
his
was
team.
killing it in France
Hmm.
in the FIBA league. He signs a huge contract with the Knicks, and Thibodeau just decides like, nah, bro, you're not gonna work on this team. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, really? I mean, you have like multiple 3-point shooters, and obviously, the 3 points weren't falling for the Knicks last night. I mean, closest I think
Whole
that
series.
best
Yeah,
3-point shooter last night, I think, was Brunson.
Brunson. Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Shot 50% from three, but well, him and Copin. But I feel like neither of those guys, I mean, after that, don't have any help. I mean, Brunson, I mean, you can't beat a whole team by yourself. Especially,
And
with
that's the problem. That's what he was asked to do, basically.
yep. I mean,
Yeah,
the Heat even just had 4 players in, double digits, but like Butler had 24 and your center, Adebayo had 23.
yeah. Bam was playing very well for y'all,
Hmm.
especially on the offensive boards.
Yep.
Uh, Kyle Lowry was super clutch.
But definitely.
Nothing else has to be said. He's just clutch, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, uh, man, he just has a knack for getting those flagrant call, not those flagrants. I mean, what's it called?
Uh,
Charges.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
really good at.
Yeah, they got. Um, I think the Heat's season changed when they got Kevin Love, which is crazy to say.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a power forward there. I mean, we had Udonis Haslem, but he's like 42, and
Yeah.
he's not gonna be
And
playing that
another thing
much.
about Kevin Love is he gives you 3 and D.
Yep, yep, he can shoot that three. Do you think?
Shoots 3, rebounds well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think Thibodeau's done after the season, or you think they'll give him a couple more
Oh
seasons?
god, I wish. I wish. No, he's on the hot seat 100%, but I think they're gonna keep him around at least one more year.
Do you think? Who do you? All right, let's say he does get fired this offseason. Who would you like to see take over the Knicks head coaching position?
Take over the Knicks head coach position. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, there's only one coach that comes to mind that I wanted to see in New York. It was Ime Udoka, but he's already with the Rockets now at this point.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too late now.
Do you think that they need like a new start somewhere like else for some of the players, or do you think it's just kind of like this is our New
But
York Knicks for the
this
next
is
few
the
years?
team that they built. It's what the changes I want are just going to be like completely this not okay. I don't want to say dismantle the team. That's not what it is. But this is a Tom Thibodeau esque team. This is basically the best version of a Tom Thibodeau team. I think honestly.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I feel like, because I mean, like what team, what other team is Quentin Grimes getting 32 minutes a night consistently? It's just what he wants. It's what he wants to see. The guy plays defense. He hustles. He's gonna play 32 minutes a night. In my eyes, that's crazy. But
Yeah. I could.
and the fact that Fournier can't even touch the floor,
Hmm.
it is what it is. So, in my first decision I would make is probably get a new coach.
Hmm.
Probably trade Randall. I would also try to start playing the younger players more often. Like I would start Toppin, maybe,
Hmm.
but I mean, they also haven't really developed him the same way that I would have developed him also. So
Yeah.
it's just too much to ask for. It's just I would just start. But like I said, I would definitely fire Tibbs.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he had a few good years in what Chicago, I think. And that was
Yeah,
about it.
he did well over there. I
Yeah.
mean,
And
he had a
then.
couple good years for the Knicks also, but
Hmm.
he just it's just not going to work with the team we have.
Right. Yep. I understand that completely. Yeah. They
Doesn't play
kind
any
of.
young players. Not developing anybody.
Hmm.
Barrett's the same exact guy he was when he was a rookie.
True. True. Do you think?
So
Do you think that they'll trade Barrett this offseason just to get some other draft picks, or see what they can get?
nah, because I feel like if they're going to trade him, they're going to trade him at the deadline,
Hmm.
and they could have brought in OG Anunoby, which is just better Barrett in my eyes.
Hmm.
So it's too late now. I think they're going to try to maybe draft somebody, maybe try to get some guys in the free agency. But nah, I think this is going to be the same exact team for
Yeah.
the most part.
You see any free agents that you're like, yeah, I need them this year to come to New York?
Free agents. I gotta see
Yeah.
who's a free agent this year in the summer.
Good. Yeah,
But
we're
for
just
the most part, I don't know.
yeah. No, I mean, do you see Derrick Rose coming back, or you think he's gonna retire this year?
Derrick Rose coming back, dog. I think he's like his contract's like 15 million right now.
Yeah.
If he would be crazy to not come back, but I mean, it comes down if the team wants him back, if they cut him or not. But I think his contract is like literally 15 million.
Yeah, they
If
they
I'm
paid
him,
him a
I'm
lot.
of course I'm coming back. It's just-
They say they paid him a lot of money for
yeah,
sit
why
on the
would you say?
bench.
Well, who's turning down $15 million?
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean, he was
yeah,
a
I
player
expect
that
him back.
he was a player that had a lot more going for him, but then he hit that those knee injuries, and that just hurt him.
Yeah, exactly.
He was
But
never the
even
same
then, I,
player.
I still think he could play well for us in the playoffs. But
Hmm.
people don't even want him out there.
I mean, I guess looking at his stats right now, I mean, he only had 5 points per game in this season and
The
shot
whole
38%.
yeah, I'm
And he
about to
had the
say.
38% from the field for the season. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think you guys need another 3-point shooter. I think would help a lot.
Yes, that's really what it is.
Mhm.
The guy who I mean, the guy who basically is in Quentin Grimes' slot should
Yep.
be a 3-point shooter. So we'll see what they do with that in the offseason.
Yeah, Grimes
If
didn't
they
shoot very well.
bring Quentin, if both say if they might just bring him back. So
Ugh. Yeah, he shot 1 for 6 for 3 points last night. Grimes did.
yeah, when he's on, he's on. When he's off, oh my goodness, is he off? So
Yeah, I mean, you gotta, like I said a second ago, you gotta make sure that if somebody's going off, you gotta give them the ball. Plus, you gotta have somebody else that be able to back them up. I mean,
yeah,
Without Scotty, Michael didn't win, 6 championships, really.
exactly. Which I mean, of course, I've seen Nick's Twitter was like talking about like, oh man, imagine if we would have got Donovan Mitchell. I it is crazy to think about, but at the same time, we would have to give up the entire farm for him in the first place. So I don't even know how far we would have made it.
Yep. Now, my next question for you, though, since the Knicks are out of the playoffs, sadly for you,
Yep.
who do you see out of the few remaining teams left that could actually win the championship this year?
Win the chip.
Hmm.
Any team left, because I'm not gonna lie to you, this year has been like the first year in a very long time that there was no like clear cut contender
Yep.
at the beginning of the playoffs. Like everyone, because you could argue the Nuggets, but even then, everyone's was I want to say first guess to win the whole thing was the Bucks, and they lost in the first round.
Yep.
So it's this year's been truly an enigma. Anyone can win. My
Hmm.
guess, the Lakers though. Can't bet against LeBron.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
I don't see. Let's see. Lakers would have to play. Who are they playing next? They forget who's on it. Say, like I'm East
They
Coast,
play Nuggets,
watch the
play Nuggets,
Eagles.
yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I was like, I know that the other series is done too,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, Miami's either playing the 76ers or the Celtics, which is,
Yeah, game 7 tomorrow.
yep.
Who you got winning?
I could see the Celtics winning. However, I think the 76ers are going to come out. I feel like Celtics this year are basically the Celtics when the last year that Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett were there. They were, it was that group right there that were doing well together. But then after so many years, everybody trying to started figuring out their weaknesses, and then they
Yeah,
start turning on each other, and
that's
then
exactly what happened.
yep, one of the players will end up going to another team, aka Ray Allen for back then. But I feel like 76ers could definitely win the series. Now, are they going to? It just depends on which Boston Celtics show up.
Yeah,
But man,
honestly, because I mean, the Sixers have shown their ability to win in Boston, but the problem is, I mean, you don't know what team you're getting out there every time. Like sometimes
no.
James Harden is just out there doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
So I seen them run high screen pick and roll like 3 times in a row and do nothing with it sometimes. So
Yep. Yeah, he's had some games where he's like the old Harden, and then other games where he's Russell
where he
Westbrook,
exactly.
where you just
It
can't.
comes down to Maxi. Maxi was playing very well for the last like 2 games.
Mhm. Definitely. Yeah,
Very, very slept on pickup they got.
yep. I mean, at least they don't have to worry about Ben Simmons there no more, so that
Yeah,
probably
right.
helps out.
Man, Sixers and butchering picks.
Hmm.
Crazy.
Shocking. That never
Shocking.
that never happens in Philadelphia. I mean, except for the Eagles had a really good draft this year, so I can't really complain.
Yeah,
Speaking of the draft, what did you think of the Giants draft this year?
I mean, well, actually, no, they did good. They did good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, they did well actually. They picked up a wide receiver still in the later rounds.
Hmm.
The guy from Tennessee, I forget his name, but I liked him when I was watching Tennessee. Anyway, he's a really good burner.
Yeah.
And then we already got Evan Ingram, who I mean not Evan Ingram. Oh my goodness, I just call him Evan Ingram. That's funny enough. Darren Waller, who is essentially Evan Ingram.
Hmm.
So I think we're gonna be competitive next year.
Hmm.
We're not gonna be win the division or nothing.
You don't
So
think?
yeah, yeah, I know. I think we have a chance to contend with the Cowboys for that second slot. There you go.
Nah, I was surprised with like how well the Giants actually drafted this year. Usually, I've watched last few drafts, and it's like the
Butcher
Giants like
draft. Butcher
looking
it,
at
dog.
him. Yeah, terrible. It's like, what are you doing? It's like the Browns, the last few drafts. That was like the Giants, kind of how they were doing. We got. Let's see. Oh, actually, just got some breaking news. The Phoenix Suns dismissed their head coach.
Ooh, Monty Williams is gone?
Yep, Monty Williams was gone
You're
after 4 years.
joking.
I am not joking. Yep, for after 4 seasons.
Wow. They
See,
chose that's crazy, you know what I mean? They chose DeAndre Ayton inside.
yep.
That's insanity.
Yeah, let's
He
see.
got coach of the year last year.
Yeah.
Oh, bring him to the Knicks. There we go.
There you go.
Fire Tibbs, bringing money.
All right.
I'll be over with that.
Well, I don't understand why teams do that. It's like, well, he's been coach of the year, blah blah blah. And then, I mean, like, all right, they had Kevin Durant and this other, on the Phoenix Suns, but it's like everybody was like, oh, they're gonna be the new champions. But I mean, that's kind of changing your whole philosophy when you bring in a new player like
Yeah,
that.
this one's not really making sense to me. I understood the Bud firing. Like I said, that
Hmm.
was supposed to happen. This one doesn't make sense. I'm
Yeah.
actually very perplexed because this team could go in two different ways. They could
Yeah.
either completely fix all their issues, bring in a great coach, and hopefully win a chip, or probably bring in the same nucleus, not
Hmm.
upgrading their team, their bench in the free agency, and then straight up lose for now on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of shocking. I don't even know what to say. It'll be like, uh, you know, who else got? I mean, like when LeBron was there and they lost the last championship in Miami, if they got rid of our head coach at the time and been like, here, bye, just because LeBron's leaving. It's like, really?
Yeah, talk about a short leash, man.
Right. Yeah.
Man, coach of the year last year, second round of the playoffs this year, and you're
Hmm.
fired.
Yep.
I don't. I mean, like I said, something must have been said.
Yeah, definitely.
It must have been like a personal issue because that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean Durant's good. I mean, but I think he's in the end of his NBA career right now. I think he's gonna be maybe 4 more years at most. I think he'll be done.
I don't even know if he gets 4 more years, man.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah, he's getting up. His hairline's
he's
receding
getting up there
faster.
in age. I think he's like 34 now.
Yeah. Yeah, his hairline's receding faster than LeBron James's.
That too.
But I'm surprised that LeBron's still playing as well as he's playing it too at his
Yeah,
age.
LeBron made the full transition to make being a point guard basically.
Yeah.
Durant, I don't know, man. I'm just surprised that he's not really falling off, but like he
Hmm.
just gets bodied up sometimes when he just fumbles the ball. So
Yep.
I think they're gonna be alright.
He should never left the Warriors.
You could say that. I mean, he's okay where he's at. Like I said, they're what they have to do is now. I don't know what they're going to do with Monty. I mean, not
Mhm.
Monty with the head coaching position, but they gotta fix that bench. They have the whole free agency to do that. Like, there's a lot of players in this free agency I'm seeing now. There's a whole
Mhm.
bunch of guys they can go get.
Yeah.
So if you as long as you bring in some guy to uh a couple guys to be on their bench and also a backup point guard when Chris Paul inevitably gets hurt, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They can do some things next year.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make a big drop. Pick up in free agency this year.
Yeah, do that. Maybe rework Chris Paul's contract because
Hmm.
let's be honest here, if he's going to be hurt in the playoffs, you don't need to be paying them that much. So,
No, definitely not.
yeah.
It'd be like paying Greg Oden for 6 years and not having him play at all.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. So
But I mean,
that's crazy though.
mhm.
I still can't believe they actually fired him.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think there was any information about why they fired him yet. Probably won't be until tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
what to say?
I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, hmm.
Mhm.
Um, now, do you think Steve Kerr's still gonna be around for a few more years, or do you think they're gonna go,
Yeah, yeah,
maybe we need a change?
I mean, unless they go like and say like he decides that he wants to retire. That's the
Mhm.
only way I see him leaving. But he won a championship last year. He's
Yeah,
won multiple championships with his team. I think he's alright.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like we've seen, some coaches ain't safe even after winning a championship. Like Patterson for the Eagles when he won a championship 2 years later, he was
Oh yeah,
gone.
yeah, no, you're not wrong.
It's like what? I mean, then we had the terrible years of before him, so I can't really complain about that.
Yeah,
But now, do you? I guess do you have besides the Knicks and the Giants, you watch any other sports? Baseball.
not really much. Mostly baseball, football.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I was about to say I knew like
be
we talk
basketball,
about the
football.
yeah, I knew we talked about the Giants a lot. They're actually playing, let's see, on Christmas Day against the Eagles, which has really
I
threw
don't
me
know
off
why
this year.
they did that. They need to give the Giants less time on national television. As long as Daniel Jones is the quarterback, I definitely need to see him less.
Yeah.
But that's just me,
I mean, they just gave him a big contract.
dog.
Now
For
my question,
accepting mediocrity, basically. Not gonna lie.
true. Now they going, oh, he didn't have offensive line, he didn't have wide receiving core, whatever. For it's like, he's still, I mean, he's not that great of a quarterback. I mean, he can run a little
Oh,
bit, but
exactly. He can run a little. He's very durable. He's very durable.
mhm,
That's probably the best part about him is how durable he is.
yep.
But uh, when it comes to throwing the football, his decision making skills is good. Does not
Mhm.
throw the ball to the opposite team. That's another great thing. So I mean, that's all I can say about him. He doesn't really throw a lot of interceptions
Yep.
when he's making good decisions, and of course is durable. That's
Yep.
enough to be a starting quarterback in this league. I'm okay with it.
Now, do
Would
you
I
think
have rather Lamar Jackson? Of course. Of
yeah.
course. But we're not in that situation anyway, so it is what
Do
it
you
is.
think they overpaid for Lamar this year? The Ravens?
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, look, I'll put it this way. They're going to win anyway, so
Mhm.
now how much are they going to win? Who knows, but that team is loaded.
Yeah.
That defense is already good enough to get them to playoffs last year by itself.
Mhm.
And now they have Lamar sitting next with Odell, and they just drafted Zay Flowers. They're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
I felt like
So the fine overpaying, I don't know. If Lamar puts up another MVPs like season, then I wouldn't say overpaying.
mhm. I just feel like he hasn't won a playoff game yet. But if or maybe he's won one, but still, I
Yeah, he's
mean,
like
like,
one literally won, but
yeah.
and then just got hurt a whole bunch of times.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I don't know if he should get the $265 million paycheck right now. I think 100 million, cool, I'm cool with, but 265 just seemed a little bit high. Even
Yeah,
I was telling my buddy because he's not. He thinks that he should have been paid that much, and I even Jalen Hurts I don't think should have been paid as much as he was. The last time the Eagles paid for quarterback, they paid Wentz, and he what happened to him?
yeah, but I don't know. Wentz had that like you could see. I'm not you could see it coming,
Mhm.
but like Wentz's like default decision makings after his number one read was taken away was okay. I'm gonna force his ball somewhere.
Yep.
So once you saw that, I
Mhm.
wouldn't have paid him, but that's just me.
Yeah.
It's a little
No,
different with Jalen Hurts.
yeah. I mean, Jalen has the legs, and I think the NFL.
Legs. He doesn't really throw a lot of interceptions, also. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. I thought it was
Carson
funny.
just tries to be like Superman sometimes. It's like I'm gonna run this in the end zone. All right, we're gonna get concussed doing that. Also, so
Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised that they NFL made that whole change for the rule with not pushing the quarterback thing now, just because no other team really used it and the Eagles used it.
yeah.
It's like it's perfectly legal. Now, do you think speaking of NFL still, do you think Daniel Jones is better with Saquon? Is like Saquon his safety net?
Oh, that's his crutch.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not doing shit without Saquon. The 2 years ago, we've seen him a whole season with no Saquon,
Hmm.
healthy wide receivers, no Saquon, losing season. I know
Yeah.
you could argue that was coaching. It probably was, but Saquon's his crutch.
Yeah.
I'm okay with saying that.
Do you think
Huh?
Saquon will be there another couple years, or you think
Oh,
they'll?
please, for the love of God. I'm telling you, man. Like we have a chance to really win some games next year. I think we can have a possibly a winning season in a very tough NFC East.
Yeah, I think the only
Got
team
all
that.
wide receivers back. We have a good burner now. We got finally a good tight end. Saquon healthy. Offensive line looks decent. Defense is not terrible. I'm okay with the team right now.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. They start with the Cowboys, which would be a fun
Start with the
game for you
Cowboys. That
guys.
that might be a loss, but but
Yeah.
it might be. Wait, in Dallas or is it in
It's in
New
New
York?
York.
Is it New York? Oh, it's a
Yep.
win. That's a
Yeah.
dub.
Yeah. I mean, right now with your let's see, your second game's an easy win if you guys show up. Just come off the bus, go on the field. You're gonna win that game because you play the Cardinals second week.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, let me see this schedule actually.
Hmm. Yeah. When you play the 49ers, I think you guys will lose that game. I think the 49ers are gonna be
Oh yeah.
really
If
good
they
this
finally
year.
have a quarterback, yeah, they're
Yep.
they're gonna put us in the dirt. Seahawks have put us in dirt before. Possibly will put us in dirt again.
Yep. The Dolphins are a team that I'm kind of iffy about because I could see like the Dolphin
I
like
can
it
see us beating the Dolphins.
depends on if Tua's there or not. Like if Tua's healthy, that'll be a harder game, but if Tua's not healthy, then it's like which Tua's not been able to stay healthy lately.
Well, that Tua, if he stays healthy, but also, I mean, no disrespect to Tua, but I don't think he's that all of that as a quarterback.
No.
He's a solid quarterback in this league.
Hmm.
Is he good enough to weather the storm of constant pass rush and blitzes that the Giants will be sending him? I don't think so.
No.
I think the Giants probably take that game.
Let's see. Then you guys got the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. That'll probably be a loss.
Who knows about that one? For the rest of the schedule, I don't even know. Let's be honest here, but I do think that we have a chance of going like maybe winning like 9 games.
Yeah, I could see 9-8. I mean, I
Yeah,
think you'll.
there's a couple teams on here that I'm like, oh yeah, we won that one.
Yeah, yeah, I think you'll beat Washington both times.
Exactly. Washington. I'm seeing the
Yep.
Saints on here. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can go 9-8 at least,
yeah,
and that will give us a playoff spot.
yeah. I mean, NFC. I mean, NFC this year. I don't think they're as strong as they're. I mean,
Oh
they
yeah,
haven't
the
been.
AFC is definitely stronger.
Yeah, I mean, the NFC hasn't been really strong in years, but um, like I don't see the AFC really putting or having a favorite right now. I know people will be like, "Oh, but the Chiefs." It's like, well, you know, what's this? Mahomes has stayed healthy for these years, but after a
That
while,
I mean, who's he throwing the ball to nowadays?
right?
Did you see that Juju Smith is gone?
Yep.
Who's their wide receivers now? I don't even know what their group is
Uh,
because McCall Hardman's signed with the Jets.
yep. So right now, their wide receiving core is Ely.
MVS, right?
Uh, yeah, they got really John Ross. They got MVS is there. Tony's there. Darius Tony.
Yeah, okay. So
And it's about Kelsey is about their big three.
I guess they don't
Um,
need anybody else, huh?
apparently
All
not.
you need is Tony and Kelsey, I guess.
Yeah.
MVS, they brought him back probably. And John Ross still
Yep.
playing. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. I'm surprised. I didn't even know. A lot of these players are still there.
Yeah.
Do you see a surprise in the NFL this year for a team like the team that you're like, oh, they're
A
gonna win a lot more
surprise in the
games?
NFL, like disappointing or like a
Both.
team that's
Like,
gonna surprise people.
yeah.
A team that's gonna surprise people. I want to say I'm gonna go with the Lions, like everybody else.
Hmm.
I
I can
I
see
think
it.
they have a chance to finally win that division this year. So
Yep. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Lions.
I think the Lions could definitely win the division. It just depends on
Yep.
Goff. If Goff stays healthy, I think they'll be a lot better team. If Goff gets injured,
We
that
get to
team.
finally see the Packers without a
Yeah.
MVP quarterback backing
Yep.
that team.
So is he going to follow in Favre's footsteps and go from the Jets to the Vikings and then
Probably. I don't think he's gonna be done. I mean, he might just stay with the Jets though. So
yeah.
That team's loaded.
Now, what team do you see not doing well in the NFL this year?
Oh, the Packers.
Yep.
The Packers. What else? The Cardinals. Cardinals might not even win a game.
Yeah,
To be honest, no disrespect.
well,
Uh,
Kyler likes to play video games, so he might be on Madden, and the Cardinals might
yeah,
actually win some games.
instead of practicing. Who else? I think I mean the Bears. No, the Bears gonna be alright.
Yeah,
They're gonna win like maybe like 6 games. Maybe I mean I think they're gonna be alright.
I could see
I
that.
can't tell you right now who's gonna win the NFC South because
Yeah.
I think there every single team there has the potential to go like 2-14. So
hmm Yeah, I think probably I would give the push to probably the Saints just because they have Derek Carr now, and I think he's a
maybe,
better
but
quarterback than the rest of the South right now. I mean, yeah, we just got Bryce Young, we know, but how
yeah,
much
Bryce Young
different?
there. Falcons. Who's their? I don't even know who their quarterback is.
I forget his name now. Yeah, he was behind crap.
You talking about
What was his
Ritter?
name? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
if he's the starting quarterback, then yikes. And then
Yeah.
of course, I think the Baker Mayfield is now the starting quarterback for the Buccaneers. Like I'm saying, man, all those teams have a chance to go like 2-14. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah. I don't. I didn't understand honestly why Buccaneers didn't draft a quarterback. I don't understand what they were thinking. I mean, they have so many options this year for quarterbacks.
They could have just took one of them. I mean, you didn't have
Yeah.
to get one in the first or second or third round or nothing. There was still guys there.
Yep. I mean, Hooker
But
went to the Lions. He was still there forever.
I'm saying,
I. j-
in fact,
Not.
the Georgia guy went to the Rams.
Yep.
Stetson Bennett. So
Yeah. Which that one I was surprised they didn't go and get a bigger name quarterback in L.A. I thought they would immediately grab I can't think of the guy's name that went to the Steelers. Not Steelers. I was thinking Porter for some odd reason, but he was a cornerback. I forget the guy's name. But I was actually surprised that Anthony Richardson went number 4 to the Colts. I thought he was going to be outside the top 10.
yeah, he's just an athlete.
hmm
He's potential to be the next Cam Newton. So
See,
I didn't think he was gonna get drafted so early, but I'm not surprised by it.
yeah,
It's more like he's one of the best athletes I've seen
hmm
in the combine in a minute. So
yep.
we'll see what he does.
I feel like with his size, his weight, his accuracy's not there. I feel like his accuracy
Oh,
is
it's not, but I've seen him make some crazy plays in Florida. So
yeah, yeah. I feel like that if he doesn't make a quarterback, he'd be a great wide receiver or tight end. He's big
yeah,
enough. I mean, he's like the size of Megatron, which you know how well that worked in Detroit for him. And this guy's he is a beast. But I don't know. He got to get his accuracy under control, and or he's not going to be a starting quarterback for long.
yeah, he's got plenty of years to learn though. I mean,
Yep.
he's in Indianapolis. There's no one. I think they might start him day one.
hmm
And if he wants to be a quarterback, let him be a quarterback because we've seen guys transition to being wide receivers, and that shit never works. So
Yeah.
be what you were trained to be is what I say.
Yep. Yeah. What was that one Ohio State quarterback that switched from quarterback to wide
I know
receiver?
exactly that's what I'm talking about.
Terrell Pryor. Yep. Terrell
Yeah,
Pryor.
that's
That's
the
what I
guy
was
I was
thinking
talking about. Yeah,
of. Yep. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know that name.
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna
It never pans out. So
no, no.
yeah,
I think they'll end up changing.
stick with what you know. And there's so
Yeah.
many options now. You can go play in the USFL if anything like that. Like
Yep.
there's so many other options.
Which actually XFL's championships going on right now. So see, there's a lot of teams. Apparently, that's going to be the NX. Well, for wrestling fans, the NXT of X or the NFL, where they have their players on there, and they'll bring them up to the NFL if they play well enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I guess there's. I mean, there's a lot of
Football
talent though down
has
there.
became to the popular sport. There should have always been like
hmm
some type of minor league.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like baseball has their double A and triple A teams, and then
And
hockey
the
has
G
their
League.
team. Yeah.
Yep.
And NFL was just kind of college.
That was it. You
Yep.
weren't playing football a lot of times. You were playing something else or you just weren't playing football.
Yep. You were just kind of
So
sitting there like, we'll see what happens.
I guess yeah.
So
So it's
I
nice to have.
Right. So I know a lot of people, aren't into sports. But I mean, I'm a big sports fan. I know you're a big sports fan. Now, the thing that everybody's talking about right now in video games is actually the new Legend of Zelda came out yesterday.
I knew you were gonna bring it up. Yeah. How much? Okay, the game came out yesterday. How much of the game have you played so far?
I have not played any of it. My
Oh,
problem
okay, okay,
is,
okay.
see, I live in Florida now. I'm originally from
Yep.
Michigan, but my console's up in Michigan. So,
Oh,
to play
dog,
it,
you're missing out.
yeah.
I was
What
watching
is,
some more streamers play it. They're having a lot of fun with everything that's been introduced into the game.
are you gonna pick it up?
I've only played like maybe like two Zelda games. I
Hmm.
haven't played Breath of the Wild. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. But after watching, if you know Felix, obviously watching
Yeah.
Felix Win play it, I was like, I gotta buy it. I actually bought Tears of Kingdom. I'm gonna play it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be completely lost, but I'm going to play it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be one of the game of the year candidates.
Oh,
Just from
absolutely. From what I've seen,
Mhm.
very diverse gameplay.
Yep, yep. I mean, like I played maybe four Zelda games. I played like the original OG on the NES because I'm that
Yeah.
old. Um, and I've played
Mhm.
a little bit of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and played a little bit of Ocarina of Time. I didn't actually beat Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
just sad, but I feel like this game is definitely pushing it um, on the Switch. I think the
This is
Switch is kind
pushing
of
the boundaries of
yep,
what a Zelda game is supposed to be.
yep,
You can't put this game in a box. It's like its own thing.
exactly. Yep, that's
Yeah.
like they did everything like all right, let's make a open world, like GTA. It's like looks small compared to this game. Just like the size of everything that they're putting into this game. It's like, wow, this is impressive.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any other games you're looking forward to this year? Or it's kind of Zelda's.
I've been on a dry spell for like I want to say 6 months. I'm just been looking forward to games coming out. Now, there have been a lot of games coming out in this next like 2 month span. Like Street Fighter's
Mhm,
coming out. I just bought the new Star Wars game.
mhm.
Tears of the Kingdom just came out, so I'm eating now. But I was starving. I want to say 6 months ago, dog. I
Yeah.
was waiting for games. Games is getting pushed back
Oh, I know.
in pain.
Yeah, I was getting excited for Suicide Squad, and then I got pushed back to 2024, and I was like,
I'm
really?
saying like so many games are getting pushed back nowadays. I understand because I mean, if the game comes out buggy,
Hmm.
you've seen it how
Yeah.
a lot of communities will treat the game. If the game comes out buggy, it's not supposed to be buggy. Guess best believe no one will be playing that game,
Nope.
even if they fix those issues.
Definitely. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, what was the last Jedi? I think a lot of people are complaining because that came out kind of buggy.
Yeah, and
Um,
that probably deterred some sales, but eventually they ended up fixing it. But
yeah.
that it still has that negative label on it
Yep.
on the PC port.
Yeah. It just blows my mind that like they don't do like all right, we're pushing it back, but then the game's still really buggy. Like
It's still
Cyberpunk.
but he's like, okay, if we're gonna push it back 3 times, 4 times, you gotta have all these issues
Oh
fixed.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
There shouldn't be any problems. Like, oh, let's push back a whole year. Like, there should not be a single issue.
Exactly.
I mean, like Avengers when that came out, that was
Oh, Avengers came out, that killed the release. What's
yep,
that? What's the Xbox game? Redfall?
yeah, yep,
I've only been hearing I don't even know what the game's about, but I've only been reading negative comments about it on Twitter and everything. So it's
yep,
unfortunate that's what it is, but when you look up like gameplay for the game, it's always a negative stigma attached to it. So
yep. And then Cyberpunk 2077 started off really
good game.
bad.
Great concept.
Hmm.
Apparently a pre-eyed story or whatever, but butchered release.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do you have the new Switch OLED, or did you get the original and just say screw it, I'm not gonna get the OLED?
No, I have the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for like them to like finally come out and be like, all right, we're gonna make a Switch 2
Hmm.
or a Switch some type of Switch Pro because it seems like COVID may have ruined that. I
Yeah,
don't know,
I can
or
see that.
maybe like the high selling of the consoles late in the cycle kind of ruined it also because I feel like by the time of like year 5 of the Switch, I
Hmm.
don't know what exactly it was, but We were looking forward to like maybe a new version of the Switch, and then because of COVID and the high sales of the console, we weren't getting that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another
so
thing that I
I'm
don't
sitting on my
understand.
old one.
That's another thing I don't understand about the Switch. I mean, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I don't like how you have to buy the Nintendo Switch online to play any of the old games. Like I
All of the
used,
games. Yeah,
yeah,
basically, you can't get any of them.
yeah, I used to
Yeah,
love how on the Wii U, they had the shop eShop, and then you could buy, like Star Fox 64 if I wanted to without having to buy, online. And then I can only play it when it's, when I'm connected to the online store
yeah,
for
yeah.
Switch.
That's Nintendo being Nintendo
Yep.
though. That's
Like all the
gaming companies finding new ways to get their more money out of you.
Yeah, like keeping their price games like $50 still,
Yeah,
even
I
though
wish.
even the like, let me look at Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Switch.
Like $70. Like
Yeah,
not
what's going on here?
making sense.
Well, it's throwing me off because like when the Switch first came out, they were like, "Oh, we have all these new games for the Switch." It's all like the Wii U games that are, just deluxe editions.
Yeah, just pour it over.
Yep. Like, oh, we added one character and we're gonna charge you, $50 to like the
The
original Wii
same,
U
yeah,
one.
exactly. Who did that?
Like, okay.
Pokken did that.
Yep.
There was a couple of games, but it was like, oh yeah, this has all the DLC.
Hmm.
$60. Sorry, bud.
Right.
Don't tell you.
It don't yeah, it don't make sense. Like, all right, cool. I guess that's fine. Do you
Yeah.
play any other consoles besides the Switch?
I got a PC. That's about it. I don't know why I haven't bought a PS5 yet. At this
Hmm.
point, like I keep telling myself, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy one." But I don't know. I haven't really been wowed enough. I guess maybe by a
Hmm.
game to be like to go out and buy it. I mean, Spider-Man, 100% is a game I would play, but
Hmm. Oh yeah.
I've already seen so much of that game. I need a reason to buy the console.
Yeah. Well, Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably gonna be it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one I'm excited for. Eventually, Wolverine comes out, I think
There's a Wolverine
2025.
game coming out.
Oh yeah. Bro,
You're
looks
joking.
I am not joking.
Oh my goodness.
They
All right.
show
Yeah.
a teaser trailer. It's not even like all it is. It's basically, Logan in a bar and two guys walk in and all of a sudden you see the claws come out and that's it. That's the whole trailer.
All right. Hey, as long
Yep.
as they tell me it's coming out, I
Oh
can
yeah.
have something to look forward to. So I'm not
Hmm.
mad at it.
I mean, yeah, 20, I think they said 2025, Sony said that PlayStation 4 games will be obsolete. They won't be making any more. They'll be making PS5 and
For
only.
PS5 games, that makes
Yep.
sense. I mean, how long the console's been out for? What was it, year
Forever.
3 now?
Yeah, PS5's
It's
been
been
out.
out. It's unfortunate that I mean it's been limited, very
Hmm.
limited for so long, but it's in year 3 of its cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're lucky to get that console at first because, it was getting hurt by all the chips not being there.
COVID, man, it ruined it butchered everything.
Hmm.
It has ruined the gaming community.
Yep. Now I'm
Yeah,
surprised that the PS4 almost sold as much as the PS2 and the Wii did at the end of its cycle. So,
yeah, very popular console.
it did a lot better than the PS3 did. I mean, I love my PS3, but compared to the PS2 and the PS4, it just doesn't stand up.
Yeah, that was. It seems like they were kind of like between Microsoft and Sony were kind of reciprocating
Hmm.
over those years, where it was like, oh yeah, PS2 over
Yep.
whatever console you want to count that came out at that
Yeah.
year. That was Microsoft's, and then Xbox. In my eyes, Xbox 360 had a very 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 better. I mean, not very better. Oh my goodness. Had a better uh, what's the word? Catalog of
Launch.
games
Yeah.
than the PS3, and
Hmm.
then reciprocated back. PS5 is right now is outselling the Xbox Series X or whatever.
Yep. Yeah. I don't understand the whole Xbox what they're trying to decide with their naming scheme. I've never figured that out.
Yeah, it's very confusing. It's
They.
like the Series X or is it like the Series Pro? I don't know. If you go
Yeah.
back and look at them, you can't tell what's like the upgraded version of the Xbox One and what's the next console. So
Yep. Yeah, I don't understand why Xbox didn't just keep going with like they had the Microsoft Xbox, then they went to 360. It's like, all right, why not just call the next one either, the 720?
720 or something. I don't know. to
Yeah.
make it easier for you.
And then it was like Xbox 360 to Xbox One. What?
Gotta make it complicated. I don't understand.
Yep. True, true. Um, so do you feel like that consoles will be coming out less and less now? Like, let's say the PlayStation 6 comes out in 2030, hypothetically speaking. But do you
Yeah,
think after that that they'll be end up being PC type things where you're basically buying parts for them and upgrading them that way?
that's a good idea, but I don't know. I think gaming companies are a little too greedy. They
Hmm.
want you to buy the entire console every single time. So it would be nice that if we could just buy pieces and it would be less money than buying a $600 console. But I think they're gonna stick to $600 consoles,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I that's how I feel. I think this I feel like Nintendo's next console, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be a drop. I think the Switch is, been kind of like what the Wii did when it came out. It was a totally new
It might just be a
idea.
full ass tablet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, right. Well, we see how well that worked for the Wii U, so,
Exactly right.
but I don't,
Um,
the Switch was so different from the Wii U that was like, huh, and then the Wii was so different from the GameCube, but I just feel
yeah,
like
they're going in completely different directions with every single
mhm.
uh
Like what's going to be
console
after
they
the
drop. It
Switch?
might be straight VR actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
That
waiting
would
for
be
that.
crazy.
Hmm. I'm waiting for that. I think that'll be in a few years. I think that'll be about 10 or 15 years from now will be every console will be a VR
A
console.
console that comes out as straight VR, yeah.
Yep. Yep. I think we'll be looking at like Back to the Future where they're the second movie where they're, looking at VR and able to cook stuff by just talking to it.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, we got a few years left of, PS5, I think, and Xbox, I think, too. I wouldn't be surprised if either console goes 10 years like PS4 did.
Yeah, I could like I said, totally see them, like, going, like, "Okay, PS5 Pro,
Hmm.
Xbox Series" I don't even know, what is it? Xbox Series X? I gotta look it up.
Yeah. Serious.
X2, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see them changing. I see the Switch. I think Nintendo will bring out a new console before the end of this console generation.
Yeah, they're on their own cycle, it seems like,
Hmm.
compared to the other 2.
Yep.
Coming out with consoles whenever they want.
Yeah, because the GameCube came out in what, like 2003 or something like
Yeah,
that,
2003. Yeah.
and then the or PS2 is out in 2001. Xbox is out in 2002 or something like that. So the GameCube was like a little bit behind both of them, which probably hurt them a little bit with how well the
Yeah.
PS2 sold. But um,
Yeah,
let's
Nintendo's stay doing their own thing.
yeah, true. Now, is there any games that you're like, I want a remake, like a game that you played as your kid, something like
Oh,
that, you're like, a remake it that I need.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'm a Sonic fan,
Hmm.
so most Sonic games. Okay, not most Sonic games. I lied. Maybe like 3 or 4, but
Hmm.
you already know the ones. The classics. Sonic Riders, obviously.
Yeah.
Sonic Event. Nah, I want to. Actually, I lied. I do not want a remake of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, that game's
I don't
expensive
know. I
nowadays.
I think I feel like all of there's been a lot of games that have been remade lately
Hmm.
that I'm kind of sick of it. I don't know. I
Yep, I understand that completely. Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna remake a game, make it like one that either A hasn't come out on a new console at all, like the only console you get it for is the original console,
Yeah.
or B, if it was like a terrible game, like Sonic 06 or something like that, where you could
And it gets
actually
remade to be made better. Yeah, exactly.
exactly. Yep. I think that's the only times it should be remade. I mean, I know people really enjoyed all the Resident Evil remakes.
They're going to keep coming out with these, aren't they?
Yeah,
I thought they were going to stop at like 2, but they're just
yeah.
going to do the whole series.
I figured they were gonna
At
stop
some
at
point, they're a
three.
loop,
Yep, I
huh?
figured they were gonna stop at 3 with Resident Evil, and then
Yeah, I was like,
then that
okay, maybe 3. No, 4 came out. I was like, okay, no,
yeah,
they're just going to keep coming out with these at this point.
yep. I I would be surprised if they remade 5 and 6, and seeing as 6 is on the PS4, 5 was on the PS3, but it seems like PS3 ain't that long ago, really. I mean, console
But
ways
then you
is,
like
but
blink your eyes, you're like, oh shit, that was like 10 years ago.
yeah, 2006. Ugh. Yeah, I still think that. I mean, a lot of people didn't like Resident Evil 5. I kind of understand, but I mean, it feels like that that doesn't need remade right now.
Yeah.
But
Like I
uh,
said though, like everything's being remade to the
mhm.
point like Last of Us got remade. Nothing's off the table.
Yep.
Anything is able to be remade at this point.
Oh yeah. Well, they like just like movies. They just remade White Man Can't Jump. Which I don't think they
And
should
that
remade
movie
that.
is not that old either.
No, I don't think Jack Harlow. No, I don't think she should have remade that movie at all. I mean, it was perfect, with Wesley and can't think of his name now.
Yeah, I forget his name also, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Um.
know. We're in the crazy remakes phase right now, where
Yep.
everything has to be remade, and I feel like that's gonna end eventually.
Oh, definitely. Excuse me. But yeah, I think that might call it an episode right here, though. I for first episode, I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, talked about the Knicks, talked about remakes.
Yeah, definitely a
Yeah.
few things. I'm probably gonna have you on again. Probably at the beginning of the NFL season, we'll do some
Oh,
picks,
absolutely.
do some
Talk
picks
about my
for,
Giants.
yep, do some picks and everything like that for the year. Kind of go from there. And I know this year we'll probably be doing a another fantasy football league, so always invited.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness. I
Even
need
though
a yeah, I need a last year was a disaster.
yes, it
I need
was.
a redo on that.
Yep. Yeah, I about to say I beat you like 3 times last year, so gotta
Dog.
work on it.
I
Gotta work
was
on
like,
that one.
I don't think I had a single winning season. And I
No.
had like 3 leagues.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
I was in
never
one of
happened
them.
to me. I just took nothing but L's.
Yeah. I mean, I know you had what Saquon in one of the leagues, and I know he got injured pretty, or not. He
Yeah,
not
like halfway through the season.
yeah.
And he's got really unlucky with a whole bunch of injuries.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah,
So, but
and it be
thank
like that sometimes.
right. But thank you for being here. Definitely hit
Of
you up
course, thank
again
you for
pretty
having me.
soon. No, thank you. So other than that, do you have anything that you want to promote?
Promote.
Yeah, you can self
I
promotions.
mean, no, I'm Napem. Follow the Twitch.
Yeah. Looking, are you streaming anything pretty soon?
I'm about to stream Tears of Kingdom, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely about to get in this game.
So
It's a really
blind,
interesting game. I've actually, I'm to be honest with you, this might actually be game of the year.
yeah. So
Yeah, I can
blind,
definitely see that.
blind run, guys, if you want to watch Nathan. But well, thank you again. Like I said,
Of
have a
course,
great
man.
rest of your night,
Yep.
and this will be up on YouTube tomorrow. Hopefully, anyway, if everything goes well.
Yeah.
But other than that, have a great rest of your night, everybody, and thank you for watching JDUB and Friends.
Peace.